Pi Network has just set a date that could completely shift its future, October 19th. Most people are talking about the excitement and hype around it, but not many are addressing what's really happening behind the scenes. While the Global Consensus Value Movement, or GCV, continues to push the idea of a $314,159 valuation per Pi, the actual trading value has dropped to just 26 cents and continues to slide. Beneath all this noise, something much deeper is going on, an internal conflict that could determine whether Pi becomes the next big thing in crypto or fades into digital history. If you're one of those pioneers feeling uncertain about where this is all heading, what I'm about to break down will help you understand what's truly at stake. You'll see why the next few weeks could either bring renewed hope or confirm some hard truths. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and join my Telegram and Facebook groups. Those are where I post real-time insights, leaks, and updates you won't find anywhere else. Now, back to October 19th. This date is tied to the third Global Consensus Value Conference, organized by Doracine Pi, who's calling it more than an event, she's calling it a movement. According to her posts, this gathering is meant to send a loud and unified message to both the Pi core team and potential institutional investors, that the community is educated, aligned, and prepared for the next step. Doris claims that an independent auditor has verified steady progress with Pi's mainnet code, a sign that behind the scenes, development hasn't stopped. But here's where things get complicated. She also emphasized that the timing of the mainnet's full launch depends not just on technical readiness, but on the behavior of the community itself. In other words, it's up to us, the pioneers. If the community demonstrates patience and long-term vision, the launch could move faster. But if people rush to cash out, the timeline could stretch indefinitely. That puts a lot of power and responsibility in our hands. It's both empowering and nerve-wracking, because collective impatience could ruin everything. But let's address the biggest source of controversy, that famous $314,159 valuation. The GCV community promotes this figure passionately across social platforms, arguing that it symbolizes stability and mathematical beauty. Yet that number has become a major fault line. On one side are believers who see it as the cornerstone of Pi's value system. On the other are critics calling it unrealistic and damaging to Pi's credibility in the eyes of serious investors. Some influencers like Dr. Altcoin have been openly critical, urging the core team to step in and stop what he calls disinformation. He warns that inflating expectations could backfire, causing real harm to both reputation and price action. And honestly, it's hard to disagree. The community is more divided than ever, and this internal conflict is surfacing at the worst possible time. When the world should see a united network ready for growth, it instead sees confusion and infighting. Imagine building a house while half the crew argues about the blueprints. Nothing moves forward that way. Now, let's take a clear-eyed look at Pi's current market situation. Over the past month, Pi's price has dropped by more than 30%, settling around 26 cents. Back on September 22nd, it hit a devastating low, nearly 48% down, a day that sent shockwaves through the community. Even as other cryptocurrencies saw gains in the broader market, Pi's chart kept heading the other direction. That kind of decoupling suggests Pi is operating in its own bubble, disconnected from the usual market patterns. It's worrying because it hints that speculative confidence has drained out of the project. What makes this even more frustrating is that the co-founders, Nicholas Kokalis and Cheng Diaofan, are still publicly committed. They hosted a community event in Seoul not long ago, reaffirming their vision with energy and sincerity. Yet despite their optimism, the market didn't respond. No rally, no boost in confidence, just silence and more red candles. That disconnect between vision and valuation is one of the biggest challenges Pi faces. The project has the infrastructure and ambition, but it's being undercut by community uncertainty and unrealistic expectations. And that brings us back to Doracine Pi's message, a message that hits at the heart of what's happening. She said that institutions and the core team will only gain real confidence in Pi's future when the community itself shows discipline and unity. If pioneers demonstrate long-term faith rather than short-term greed, things could accelerate. But if people treat Pi like a get-rich-quick ticket, the entire project could stall. It's a test, not of code, but of character. That's what makes October 19th so important. The conference isn't just another livestream or PR stunt. It's a chance for the world to see whether Pi's community can act like a serious financial movement or remain stuck in chaos. The technology works, the roadmap exists, and the team has proven they're not giving up. The missing ingredient is cohesion, a shared understanding that value doesn't appear out of thin air. It's built, over time, through stability and trust. To be completely honest, I'm caught between optimism and concern. I truly believe the Pi network has strong fundamentals. The mobile mining model is unique, and the ecosystem keeps expanding even if it's slower than many hoped. But I can't ignore the divisions tearing through the community. The GCV dream, while inspiring to some, has also created false hope. Telling people their Pi is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars when it's trading below $1 sets them up for heartbreak. It's not leadership, it's delusion. So what happens next? The October 19th conference could be a turning point. It could unify pioneers around realistic goals and encourage genuine development, or it could deepen the divide if hype continues to outpace reality. The best outcome would be honesty, honest timelines, honest valuations, and honest communication between the core team and the community. After all, no project has ever succeeded by pretending its problems don't exist. Here's my advice to every pioneer watching this: stay informed, but stay rational. Don't let emotion drive your financial choices. Diversify your holdings, learn continuously, and treat Pi as one piece of a broader strategy. If it succeeds, great, but if it doesn't, you'll still be standing strong. The survivors in this game are always those who stay grounded, patient, and informed. Now I want to hear from you. Are you holding your Pi for the long haul or planning to sell if the mainnet finally opens? Do you think the GCV vision is achievable, or has it gone too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them, and real dialogue is how this community grows stronger. If this video gave you clarity, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss my next update. Join the Telegram and Facebook links in the description to connect with other serious pioneers and get updates the moment they happen. The story of Pi Network isn't over, not even close. The next few weeks leading up to October 19th might define its trajectory for years to come. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the best strategy right now is to stay informed and balanced. I'll be back with full coverage of the conference, what happens, what's announced, and what it means for all of us. Until then, stay strong, stay smart, and remember, the crypto path is never a straight line. Let's keep moving forward together. Peace out, pioneers.